Hello. Hello, Scar, Metaverm, Integer, Rye. Hopefully I say that right. I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. Random, Keeves, James, Yattering, Miri. Hello. Alright, what did you guys say? Please use Striker. We'll see. I think it might match, but I'm not sure. I'll try it either way. Hello, Metaverm. Best colorway, don't have me. It's a very nice colorway. I think it's my favorite of the anodized colors. I think. Hello, Random and James. Let's see the meteorite in person. I don't have a meteorite unit, but I have other keyboards with that coding, so I can show what it looks like. I still gotta regret I sent it to another creator, to be honest. It's so good. Me too. Me too. I want to keep all these in my possession. And so is the worst part about getting a prototype is having to send it off. But I've been using the acrylic EC Gehirn this whole time since building it on Wednesday. And then today I'm going to build an MX one. Matt, I'll buy it. Yeah, I feel you there. Hopefully they don't scuff up the acrylic. I hope not. I mean, it's always a possibility. But it is a prototype. I never have too high of hopes for the ending condition of a prototype. Right side 60 is still kind of weird. I mean, I get it, but I think it was worth it still. Because, I guess, to show why, well, it's easier on the aluminum. Here. Let's unbox the aluminum one. The Anomaly. We'll do the cat treat at the end, as usual, because they go crazy. I'm here to see if I don't like the Anomaly. Okay, let's see. Well, here's the case. I showed it off on Wednesday. I guess if you didn't see the last stream, I'll still go over it, but it's just a black case, Bion logo, Bion zippers, handle on the right side, in my opinion. And then it's got a nice pocket up here, pocket down here. This will be the contents. And then we've got the keyboard. But yeah, here, so I'll explain kind of what the thought process was behind the USB placement, because I get it, it's not normal. However, here's the, oh yeah, and look at this blue, by the way. It's kind of cool, so like, it looks purplish if you lean it back. Like, look at this top edge, it looks kind of purplish. Versus like direct lighting, it's more blue, I'd say, but like, this it looks more purple. But it's like a super intense blue. Ooh, blue alert would be perfect. And then here's the bottom. Very blue. But if you like or dislike the logo, the text, maybe that could help determine your colorway too, because on the anodized ones, the text pops more on the front and back, versus the acrylic, you can barely see it. But anyways, so what I was saying about the USB port is, you see if we put it on the left side, which I think if anything we'd do center, But left side would interact with the N, which would look bad. But then if you put it in the middle, it'd be like right here. So then it would interrupt the wording. But the idea was to have it like the TKL, where it takes kind of the whole space up. It's supposed to be big. So then we put this here. Because where would we move the text to where you could still center it? Like, you wouldn't be able to, because it's wider than half of the back. And the other kind of last considering factor is that the TKL also has the USB on the right side. Well, if the text is over here, we'd have to put the USB over here, and then who cares if it's on the left or right, I guess is my thought. And this matches the TKL. So that is why it's over there. Honestly, like, I thought I hated it, but like now that it's on my desk, I don't really care. It reminds me a lot of like the Matrix 2.0 Ball Falcon. I think did the Magic 60% also have it on the right? I think they did. But like to me, it's like jarring the first time you put it, but now it's on your desk, you don't even really notice. But yeah, it made more sense for the consistency of the design, I thought. So yeah. Here, I'll do a little once over of the keyboard also. Here's the side profile view. So it's a box on wedge with an accented seam. And backside, which you're already looking at, is the USB port. It says the Gehirn text on there. Other side's the same. Front has little Gehirn text over there. And then top down, this is HHKB. The best. Maybe 6U would be better. Fun fact is nobody's bought a 7U HHKB on my store yet. I don't think. At least when I checked this afternoon. And then bottom, same as the TKL, where it's kind of got the like little accent cut around, and then the fossil weight. So yeah. I do have the Pastille, yes. All my coiled cables are right. Can't you just flip them over, or am I stupid? Dear Bull, how are you? You have one cool blue key with you. I'm well, R2D2. Yes, this is a very cool blue keyboard. Where's this keyboard manufactured? In China. Most definitely buying Winkeyless or Winky. Can you do the pose that the creature's doing? Not in my desk chair. It's like this. I'm doing it, you just can't see on the camera. I'm definitely doing it. You have to believe me. It would be nice if 6U PCB also came with 6U wire. I'm trying to get 6U wires. Pending 6U wires. If I can get them, I'll include them for my orders. I can't speak for all the vendors, but I would try for all my orders to just include them. Do I have a sample of the color changing board? I don't with me. Lightning has it still, but it'll be back with me next week. Can I? Yeah, I'll show the past you. It's behind me. Actually, I'll grab the meteorite also. Here's the Pastille, which this might not be the exact final colorway. It's going to be closer matched to the GMK set. But here's an idea. I think it'll be just slightly darker. And then, lastly, the meteorite. So this is on the Synovia, but the meteorite Gehirn is this color. So it'll just be this on the whole case. Analog Dreams would be good on the Pastille, to be honest. But yeah, this is the meteorite. So since people were wondering, see, it's got like it's a matte texture, and then it's got just little bits of sparkles. So there you go. I miss Synovia. Synovia is really good, in my opinion. Meteorite's perfect if you're gonna use like Nerve or Nerve Wrecker, by the way. It's like almost the exact same colors, the mods of Nerve, Zero. Pre-order this blue Gehirn60 HHKB. Essentially the email requesting a 7U. Call me the 6U trader. I'll get your email probably on Monday or Tuesday. But don't worry, I'll be able to change that. But I have to say I'm a little disappointed. I'm just kidding. Though the one thing I don't like about 6U is that until like late last year, you had to buy an entire spacebar kit just to use the 6U HHKB, whereas like now new sets mostly just have it. But it's annoying. I have trouble picking a color for Gehirn that's my favorite. I do really like the acrylic though. This is only my second like full plastic board. So I'm glad to have it around. But this blue is probably my favorite anodized, I think. I think I might like the blue better than Pastille. There's kind of a forest green. There's like a dark green. The containment. Well, it's more military green, I guess, than forest green. But anyways. Oh yeah, I have to make a poll. Because I couldn't decide switches. So we have either... Here, let me make the poll. It's either going to be Key Geek intros, which either way, we're going to do PP plate today. And then it's either going to be Key Geek intros or MX Nixies. So, okay, there's a poll. You have 2 minutes to fill out the poll. Cryogenesis, Gehirn60, good guys. I agree. I was wondering if there were going to be any extra linen colors of the oblique. No, I don't think so. There's one of the cream in stock right now, but that's it. Well, I have an aluminum plate, but today I want to use the PP plate because I built the Gehirn60 with aluminum before, but not PP. Hello, Bakery. So that's why today I'm going to use the PP plate. Alright, but then let's go through the other stuff. So here's the plate, PP plate here. Flexible. And then we'll use hot swap PCB. This one's blue. Quite a nice blue. It's like a little bit of a brighter blue. And then there's also an aluminum plate, which we'll use. Somebody will use. And then feet and top mount screws and daughter board and JST cable. I'm at a hard spot where I want to buy more boards, but I don't want to sell any of my existing boards. Now I feel you there. I don't have any MX Blacks ready, that's why they're not in the poll. Plus, honestly, it is close enough to Nixies. A little iced water. Tell me, Bold, do you think I would be able to build a true HHKB with a 7U plate? I don't. Well, I think it's possible, yeah. You don't have this key. But the mounting points are the same, so it should be fine. Well, actually, are they the same? Now that I think about it, I don't know that they... Oh, yeah, they are. I didn't change them. So you could. But yeah, here's the plate. I'm going to say the PP plate. And then this PCB isn't the final PCB. The only change is that it doesn't have... the final one has 6U compatibility also. I mean, if you get it with the MX kit, it's only $25 pretty much for PCB. Oh yeah, that, I feel they're regular. So I've been there where I just kind of keep them because I'd rather keep them than get the amount that they sell for. But it kind of stinks. Because then you have to skip other projects. But Nixie's really good, but I'm just curious about the new Switch. Is that what won? Is the poll done? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, they kind of destroyed. So Keycap shows it is. All right. $25 I'll see to put in stabs. That's fair. Got any new hiking trips planned? Right now I don't have any trips. No, not really. I mean, it's winter here, so like I've mostly been climbing inside, doing a lot of indoor climbing. But once it's springtime, I think I'll start hiking again. I want to do a road trip and do a hiking road trip, but yeah, I haven't done it yet. Goodbye, Ray. Let's go half and half for the Gehirn. Hey, that's not a bad idea, Darkfather. It's like a trophy where the team gets to split it amongst the players. I forget for some reason it was 85 Fahrenheit where I live yesterday. See, that's too hot to hike though, or do anything outside. That's inside activity weather. What up? Hello, I love cats. MX build tonight? Yes, we're doing Keycap intros on PP plate. Do you know what colors will drop for Pinji Mini extras? Most of the colors, but they're gonna be pre-built. Or not pre-picked. You won't get to pick it like the group buy, because I couldn't think of a good way to sell it. Actually, I did. Actually, here, I thought of one thing I could do, but it's not a very good idea, or it's like not that helpful. But I was thinking I could sell all the parts for like, because the reason I don't want to sell them where you get to pick is because there's bound to be like a few ugly configurations left, and then like nobody's gonna buy them and I'll get stuck with them. So here's the thought, is that I could like have the extras, like each part be like twice as expensive as it should be. So then if somebody really, really wants to get a single part, they can buy it and pay a lot extra, and then you just get half off if you buy the full kit. And then I wouldn't get like screwed. But I think that would make more people upset at me for overcharging. Even though it's really, I just don't want to get stuck with 3 configurations of like stuff nobody wants. So what do you guys think of that? Those are the last of this batch, yeah. When I say this batch, just in case you make more. But new batches wouldn't have the same color anyway, so if you want like this color, yeah, this is all there is. Yes, the wooting plate. Yeah, the wooting PCB can be used with the wooting plate in the Gehirn. We just can't. We don't sell the wooting PCB, but you can buy the wooting module, and then if you get the bare bones kit with the wooting plate, you'll be able to build it with wooting. Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me. Actually, people are asking about that, so I'll explain. Let me just get the pictures. 1 second, sorry. But basically there's like a USB extender that goes from the left hand, so you plug that USB into your booting PCB, and then it has a ribbon cable that goes down around to the daughter board. Alright, and then let me just grab this. Bro, I'm not lying. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, these pictures were huge, so I had to convert them small enough. Maybe. Okay, here. So pretty much you can here, so it's like a ribbon cable, and then this is a USB port, and then it just runs and you plug it into the USB port. So hopefully that helps, but if you have any other questions, I can try to help. But yeah, basically you can use that with either the Wooting or like any other Gehirn60 PCB. Bell looks cool, but I don't use any boards for gaming really. Still kind of want one because carbon fibers. They're really nice. It's a classy look. I have mine right here. Which these are still in stock. It's not included in the kit. You have to buy it as an add-on. It's the USB-C extender add-on. It's $10, but it's just because it comes with a whole extra daughter board and everything. But here's the Bella. All right, let's do these stabilizers here. Hello. Yeah, it sounds really good. That one's built with HE. Venom PCB. Saw your VOD where you're showing the Pastille Gehirn, and I really like the color, but you said that Pastille will most likely change. It'll look more like the render. So the render has it slightly more blue. And it's just gonna be color matched to the GMK Divina Papaya. So this was just the prototype where we just had to change the color slightly. But it should match the render, basically, is the idea. Trying to get rid of this plastic case. Yeah, I can't blame you. Yeah, if you want to keep your PCB, then the Gehirn would be better. But if you don't mind buying the Venom PCB for gaming, then, you know, the Vela is available in stock now. Kind of random question, but I happen to own an OC62 Chicken Edition like yours. Do you know how I could get a PP plate? I got the files, but I don't know where I could get one. I can check if I have any plates left. I might. But otherwise, I would ask around in your local community. If you're in North America, either like CBB Planet or Hype Keyboards are good options. I don't think I have any. They would be on my website if I have any, under OC62 extras. But yeah, hype is great. What's your opinion on the MM Studio Glaze keycaps? I haven't tried them, so I don't know. What's my favorite color for the Gehirn? Oh man, I think I like the acrylic the best. Acrylic and aged, and then I think my favorite anodized is Anomaly, the blue one that I'm building today. I think it's because you just don't see a blue like that very much, if ever. I'm trying to think, like the Pokemon Kohaku is kind of close, but it was more blue. This is a little more purple. But I'm just saying in terms of vibrancy. And like KBD fans had a super vibrant purple board a while ago, but I don't know that I've ever seen a blue like this. But I just kind of I like when anodized colors are super saturated. They really pop. Cryogenesis aged anomaly, what if that? Like you want me to rank all 7? Then I would probably do Pastille, and then Meteorite, and then I think Containment would be last for me. I think that's what I would do. We're using the Key Geek intro switches. As decided by the poll. Yeah, I want to do like a mint anodized storm, kind of like that. For sure. Do you have any other renders of that Gehirn that aren't on the website? Which color? There might be some. I'll just post them all in Discord. How about that? All the renders we have, I mean. Because some of them, they weren't on the site because it doesn't have enough room. So I didn't put them all, but. Oh, right, where does my chameleon fall? I think my chameleon would go above Meteorite and Containment. Alright, so here's the PCB, by the way. Oh, the water droplets? Oh, look at the Synovia landing page, Ninja Bunny. Or Lightning's pictures. If you go on Lightning's Instagram, he put pictures. Oh, that's a good... I think he can baby soda. I'm like pretty sure. Oh, well, PP plate, you don't use the grooves. With PP, you use the flat gaskets. You only use the grooves for aluminum. But here's the PCB. This isn't the final PCB. The only change is that it'll have 6U on the bottom. Otherwise, it's the same. And it's designed by Gondo. And this one's hot swap. There's also a solderable version. Same layouts for the solder, except it also has ISO. But yeah. Let's put these stabilizers in. What's the build today? The build is PP plate, intro key geeks, and then GMK keycaps. Which intro key geeks? Sadly, this is the only batch that there will be, but they're in stock now. So don't miss them, because they won't be restocking. Do you have a Pangea mini solder PCB you can show us? I want to see if it has flipped sockets for full Sangenito. What do you mean flipped sockets? Oh. Let me check. I don't think I do. Like loose here. Actually, doesn't the product page? Let me check. I think it has real pictures of it. But I don't think there's any flip. There's no reason to flip them for solder. Let me check. Oh, it doesn't have the pictures. Here's a picture. No, it doesn't have any flipped. Nope. The only, well, ISO is sideways like this, but that's normal. Wish hot swap PCB would be red? Yeah, solder's red, hot swap's blue. You can dye acrylic like PC? Yes. Will EC plate be public? Yes. But the Dynacap, you'd have to edit it because the cutouts are specific for Dynacap. At least that's what they told me. I guess they adjusted it slightly for their housings. But you could use Sipilot's plate generator and then just add the mounting tab, because that'll all be public. Available. No, there's no ISO on hot swap, because then you have to do sideways sockets, which reduce keycap compatibility. Will I be the only vendor for Pinchy Mini extras? No, each vendor has their own extras. Oops. Stab is an all-the-way flush. There we go. Alright. Looks good. Now I gotta find, where did I put my plate fork? Alright, found it. This year just started, I'm about to buy 3 boards. Sorry. About to place Divina Papaya order. Any chance you have a discount code on poor? Sadly, no, not for Divina Papaya. The margin is already very small on group eyes like that. Is it normal for the Pinchy PCB to be a little hard to solder? I difficult at 320 or 380 even. I know my tip is due to change, but I've been able to solder another board recently. That's mostly due to the material of the pads. So like gold pads need to be heated to a higher temperature for them to catch the solder pretty much. So that's why. But they're like higher quality because they're more durable, but they are a little more annoying the first time you solder them. Once you desolder and solder again, they'll be tinned with solder, even if you desolder, so then it's much easier. But yeah, the first time's a little slow. But it's mostly you just have to hold the tip onto the pad a little longer to get it fully heated up. Those Key Geek intros sound nice on the PEI. I agree. Also, this weekend I'll be making sound tests for the Gehirn with all the different builds I've had here. I'll put those on the landing page. Can you desolder switches and put them in hot swap? Yeah, if you desolder them cleanly, usually it's okay. But if you don't desolder them cleanly, they might not work. They may not fit in the socket. So it just depends how good you desolder them. But like if you use like a desolder gun, you're usually fine. Oh yeah, good catch. Thank you, Flipneus. I was thinking about the Pastille one, but that is not what we're building. Have you been playing any games recently? No, honestly no. I've been doing a lot of rock climbing and working and watching college basketball. You snitched. Okay, man. It's hot swap at least. It wouldn't have been that bad. I seem like I'd be a GeoGuessr fan. When I was in like high school, we'd play GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr is pretty fun. started watching Halo with the wife. Loving it so far. Nice. Dude. It's because I'm yapping. Holy cow. Okay. I'm doing it right now. Don't worry. Bro's on his bum arc. Huh? The only downside to rock climbing is my hands are getting all gross. Is that trip to STR with Manu still in course? I want to go in like May, but we'll see how traveling outside of the United States is at that point. But I would like to go back since they moved. And I also want to go visit Creative. But Manu is there in November. So he got to see that and also go over QC stuff with them. You still have enough strength to crack nuts with your hand. I mean, maybe. Switch opener set. It's the Gehirn 3-in-1 tool. Which, by the way, speaking of switches and opening them, these are stock. So I haven't opened these. I don't like step control. Since it's HHKB, I didn't want to do stepped. If I do wing keyless, I'll do step caps. But if I'm doing HHKB and I put control there, I much prefer full control. Yeah, I always do split backspace. What's the main appeal of step caps? Well, it's mostly so you don't accidentally hit it, because your finger feels that it's shorter. At least I think that was the original design. I do think it looks better, but most key sets don't have control, and I would prefer don't have step control, but they'll have R3 control, so I prefer to be able to have the correct legend. Are there any switches in your store or upcoming that come unlubed besides Cherry? All of the Gehirn Pro series switches are unlubed, like the red, yellow, and black. And then there are unlubed Onyx. I think that's everything that's unlubed. Like fully dry. Yeah, I think that's everything. Cereal. I know I made both switches, but what do you like more, fades or lounges? I think I like lounges better. The factory lubing on the fades wasn't as good, so for the lounges we tweaked it a bit, and I think it was much better. So that's the main reason. Do I know when? I don't think any fades will be restocking. Those were originally supposed to be from lube switches, but then when they exit scammed everybody, I got the fades. as some payback because he's pretty much scammed me and owed me a bunch of money. So he sent me switches as partial payment. But unfortunately did not cover everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna order more. It's kind of sad how they went down because I would have liked to. Hindsight's 2020, but I probably would have, if I had stocked them myself in the first place, I wouldn't have PTSD about it. Larges are pretty nice. I like them too. Also, hello, Dream Girly. You ever think of selling a plate rake, which is basically a plate fork, but it covers a whole row? I mean, I could. They're cheap to 3D print. Good old Chris. Sure. Bought my Alex. Oh no. Yeah, that sucks. Did the same thing to me. Sent me stuff to make it better. Yeah. At least in my case, I was able to sell it, but like, yeah, that's not good. Because like I was supposed to get royalties from LX60, which Lumen Key paid out what they could, but they had a bunch of units that Chris was supposed to order but didn't pay for. So then I didn't make that money, and then the fades and whatever else there was. Yeah, it was bad. But it definitely it teaches you the warning signs of what to look for and what not to do. So now I know how not to exit scam people, I guess. By paying invoices on time and not saying that I'll do it after dinner. Alright, I'm gonna put feet on first so I don't scratch the ano. Any streamer getting PEI plate? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's why GMK. Do you mean GMK never? Spy? GMK never. You can invoice me anytime for GMK Nerve R2. Someday, right? Someday. Saddest part for me was with the protagonist from Wired In. It was their first 9 and so excited for extras, but they weren't able to have extras since they had to honor the... Yeah. Yeah, it's super messed up. I mean, every project was super messed up. I had to buy GMK Nerve from Prototypist. And my larva. So I had to pay twice for both of those. Which Prototypist was nice enough to sell them at cost, but still wasn't that big of a discount. Do you know a site where I can order Cherry MX Brown Springs and Porum films all at once? Bullkeyboards.com. I have all of those items in stock. You know that's beautiful. It is a beautiful blue. I mean, aside from scamming customers, he also made Manu go so crazy that he quit. So there's also that. I'm taxing. Then I don't know where you can buy them from because I think I have the lowest price on all those items. I still have my larva, yes. I like the build I have, Niku, honestly. I have it with PP Plate and MX Flex and I like it a lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to make the stream complain about lubed. We can talk about the Gehirn, but that's what it definitely makes me want to pay invoices right away, and then just be able to, then if customers are wondering, I can be like, here is the receipt. Because that's all it takes. All you have to do is pay an invoice, like to do right by your customer. No, I don't have that set. Wait, also, I forgot in the last stream to show off the internal, so I'll do it now. But Here's the internals. So obviously top case. Then the other side here, these are all alignments. So with these type of screws, it can pull the case forward and backwards when you tighten it. So that's why we have all these little bars to prevent that. And then you'll see there's 2 here and also 2 here. And that's because the 6U uses this one and then 7U uses this one, because this would interfere with the blocker. And then obviously it has the top mount points, the 8, and then there's these little divots here for these, which are force brake, but you can take them out. I'm gonna leave them. I like them better personally. But then you can see on the bottom case it has those same little tabs and force brakes to fit in there. And then it has the weight, or the internal weight and the outer weight, which this will have teeth for the production one, just not on the prototypes. Do I handle my swishes or pay someone to do it, or just throw them in as is? If they're good stock, I'll use them as is. Otherwise, I lube them myself. Do you know yet when you're gonna run? We're gonna do DCS orange on beige first, and then probably charcoal blanks. Have I tried PCB snaps and what? I tried the key snaps and I honestly didn't like them. I thought it made hotspot feelings, so I didn't use them again. Also, I'm just installing the daughterboard here. And also, Manu told me if these were screwed really tight for shipping. So if you loosen this a little bit and then retighten it, it sounds a little better. Because if you didn't know, if you like really wrench on your case screws, it can make a board kind of sound resonant. So, little tip. Which it's good to tighten them for shipping because you don't want your screws flying out. But once you actually are building it and using it, it's better to sound good. So I'm just gonna loosen these a little bit and then retighten them. Just a little tip there for you. Because you really only need them to be like just slightly tight. No, I haven't tried them in here. I mean, I like them. I like the idea. I think I just didn't like the feeling. I kind of am curious if they would make softer ones. Or like, you know like how they grab the PCB and then it's just a solid block under it? I think if you made like, what if there's like a big cut in it so it's more like a spring? I think that'd be interesting. Like more similar to the mode lattice blocks. I kind of want to see them do that. Finger tight? Yes. Oh, they do make some. Okay, I haven't tried those, but I think I tried 70 and it felt like stiff in the areas where it was. And I didn't think it was better than the original mount in the board I had it in. How would you compare Meteor Whites to Fades? They're pretty similar, honestly. They're maybe a little louder than Fades. Which screw size does this use? Nailed it. Wish we could get extra bottom weights. That gambling ages machine weight looks so good. Yeah, that would be cool. This isn't the right screw size actually. Just kind of worked. I think I just got lucky. Is this it? T4. That's it. Dumb question, but are macro columns keys usually all R1? It depends on the set. Because like, if you have a macro column, like I guess not macro column, but the extra F rows, like on the 21XX for example, you'd want them to be R1, but if you have like macro columns like on the side, then it's better to have them all the correct rows. So it kind of just depends. Depends on the set and the board you want them on. So I'm just gonna put this in here. tweezers. Since my fingers do not cooperate. Oh, maybe it'll work on this. It's a really long joystick. It is long. It has to reach across the whole board. So that's why it's so long. Also, I feel like I need to just stop trying to read halfway through getting this done. Because I keep like getting it on the tweezers and then looking up to read, and then I can't actually screw it in. Why did the other one go so easy compared to this? I think I'm just being dumb. Holy cow. I'm about to just use this with 3 screws, I think. Because I have skill issue. There we go. All right. Sort of getting back into the hobby after stepping back. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna jump up to one more message. Do you have any plans on designing an Alice style board? I would. Yeah. I think near the end of this year, I would plan that. I'm sort of getting back to the hobby after stepping back in 2023. Is GMK still the king? I would say yeah, but there are much better other options now, which I think SWG is definitely one of the best. And then DCS has been around, which they're better for like niche sets, I guess, if you like that sound profile, because it is different. So that's kind of dependent on what you like. I like it. But I think if you're looking for something close to GMK, like SWG is right up there and half the price. Yeah, SWG rubber will be very nice. Hello, Hove. I did hit the screw like a projectile. That was luck. Seeing SW key couple sets under 100? Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately the tariffs on Germany made GMK even worse for US customers. When designing board, what is the best way to check compatibility with most common boards? You mean like PCBs? Just download the PCB step file and pop it into your design. See how it works. It's pretty much the easiest way. Do I prefer skeleton wob or gray? Oh, gray, because I have a lot of wob already. Are me and Alex friends? I'd say so. I think he would also say so. Will the novelties be separate? Yeah, I think so. For skeleton. I think that's the whole idea, is that you can get those and use them with wob. I think he's just trying to sell you his Arisu that he's been trying to sell. Also, I'm just gonna screw these in loosely and then tighten them all once they're all in there, because then you can make sure it's aligned the best. And it doesn't put unnecessary strain on the mounting points as you screw it in, since it lifts up the top case to level with the plate. Which these also you don't need to wrench on. They just need to be finger tight. All right, looks good. Cannot decide which Gehirn I'm getting because I got CL80 and PC, so I'm not sure I know the transparent case, but at the same time, so nice, but it also hides the design. Yeah, the design definitely stands out better with the anodized, well, or any of the metal versions. The acrylic kind of hides the engravings a bit. I just bent one of the JST pins a little bit. Did I? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, straighten that up. Feels like it's still bent a little. Yeah. Try that. Let me just see if this works before I plug it in there. So. Yep. Okay. Cool. And I'll just pull the extra slack over here. To the follow. Alright, there we go. Time for case screws. Which I need the bigger bit. Standard alu color for plate? Yeah, it's black. Sometimes I'll do dark gray, but for Gehirn it's black. And then we'll try striker, and then if not, I have panels ready out here too. I think panels could look good. I've not tried CF on EC because you can't tap it, and I don't have any EC that uses standoffs. The screws can't be magnetic because of the HE. If you have magnetic screws, it messes with the actuation of switches close to it. Alright, let me go grab striker. Okay, I really don't think striker is going to match at all, to be honest. It'd be cool if you offered a pack of magnetic screws. I can ask if we can do that. Okay, yeah, striker does not match. It looks, oh, it's like too far off. I don't know. I don't think it'll look good. It looks closer on camera, but in person it doesn't match. I don't have any of those Mizu Blue Alert or Nightlife. Let me see how this will look. Don't have Soju either. Let's try panels. I don't have many sets for blue, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have cubed either. I don't have many blue boards, so like, I don't get many sets for them, you know? I'm not going to put the whole set of I just showed it next to it. Ooh, that sounded good. What do we think about this on here? Yeah, your native panels. I also kind of want to, since it was hot swap and kind of shorter, I think I'm going to try DCS Nerve on it. See how DCS sounds. What are you guys saying yay about DCS Nerve? Dude, it's right here. Doesn't match. On camera it's better, but in person it doesn't match. Yeah, I like panels. one key set option, huh? Concrete would look good on here. Or stone, to be honest. I think either would work. It still really bugs me that they kitted this like this. Like, how did they... Why would you make this blue? And not this? Doesn't make sense. Alright, super keys. Like, it ruins it for 60s for me. Do love this set though, otherwise. Just want to say I love the color options. I'm glad to hear that. Looks like a toy. That's kind of true. Guys. Okay, there we go. I do like Windbreaker a lot too. Ooh. Alright. So here it is. HHKB 7U Gehirn60, which it's top mounted with Key Geek intros on a PP plate, GMK panels on top. Looks nice with the side profile. All right, let's hear it now. Oh, I gotta adjust the key map quick. Backspace. Tilde. Control. Nothing. Okay. Go. Move this here. All right. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay. So, here's the build. This is the Gehirn60 MX build with PP plate, hot swap PCB, top mounted, key geek intros, GMK keycaps, no foam or anything. Keycaps are, or switches are stock. I think that's everything. So, actually, 1 second, sorry. Move this. Okay. It's super loud. I think that's the switches. Like this switch will help me too. Alright, let's do mods and stuff. Because I think the spacebar is sounding quite nice. Ooh, yeah. I'll do another sound test. Listen to the spacebar. Bottom row sounds better than expected. Normally, like top mount, the rows closest to the mounting points are kind of which like I think the Nerve has a little bit of that. Like if you listen to like an F row on a TKO that's top mounted, usually it's kind of Like it doesn't, to me, I don't care because I don't type on those very much, so I don't care. I think the switch is messed up or something. Cause yeah, it's not. I don't know why it's so quiet. Oh, no, I know why. It's because it's reversed. And it's not long pull, so it's hitting the keycap. That's why. So you'll only have that with a hot swap PCB and full caps lock. Yeah, so if it was stepped, you wouldn't have that issue, or if you had solder, wouldn't have that issue either. All right, let me do another sound test though. Yeah, north facing sockets are annoying, but you have to pick one if you want to do both. So I don't know. For me, it doesn't matter that much because it's on a key you don't really use. So whatever. All right, let's do another sound test. So again, PP plate top mount, key controls stock with GMK. yeah, here, I'll show it again. But the USB, if it was in the middle, it would be right here, which would ruin the text. If it was here, it would ruin the text. And here, it matches the TKL. Were there 4 beeps? Oh, I think it's a microwave. Not me, but pretty sure that's what that was. I mean, yeah, I generally prefer center, but for something like this, if it was this or have the text broken or something like that, I would prefer it this way. Plus, like, to me, I don't know, like, it's one of the things that you notice the first time, and then for me, it didn't really notice it after. So, also, yeah, I was gonna do a sound test of the EC again, in case anybody wasn't here on the EC stream. So this is the EC in the acrylic, or the cryogenesis Gehirn60. Which, yeah, this one you can see the text is much harder to see. Unless you go like this, then you can see it pretty good. Vertical, I don't think I would like that. Plus, I think you'd need a custom daughter board. So, like, the idea here is everything's standardized. You can use standard stuff for everything. Why is this not typing? That's weird. It's lighting up but not typing. Might have to do some troubleshooting. It is a prototype. Well, actually, I think it's this thing. Let me try this cable. Sometimes this cable doesn't like lighting. Oh yeah. Okay. Are you gonna work now? I don't know what the deal is. I think it's this cable. Yeah, it's the X-ray cable. Interesting. But anyways, here's a sound test of the EC. This is the Keycap in the Gehirn60. Ooh. This isn't my best run. All right. Not the best run, but is that the gator on? Yes, it is. Did you sign the internals? Yes, I did. I was worried it was an alarm or something. Oh yeah, no. EC sounds good. It does. It's 52 gram. So yeah. Did you guys want to see DCS on this? Or would you rather me end stream now? It doesn't like this USB cable. It said something with this. It's anything I plug into here is mad at. weird. It was working before. Maybe I just have to unplug it and plug it into my computer again. Does it work with this? No. So this cable's not good. Awesome. I don't. Oh yeah, here's another cable. All right. Turn my pick on DCS. Hell yeah. Okay. What is it? EC sound like an Ella board? Well, I can't put it in there because it's 6U, but somebody will be streaming it. XXW actually will be streaming it. I'm gonna put DCS Nerve on it because now I have the correct mods. So let's do that. And we'll have to grab the alphas off my bias. That's okay. I'll probably put panels back on for pictures though. So I do like how this looked. If Nerve looks good on this, I'm getting this one. There you go. Give me the decider for you. I think Mugen put it on here too. I know it's nice. So let's see. Do I like 22? It's okay. I think I think 20 is a little better for me personally. 22 is a little long. My preference. I don't know that this has control. R3 control. I might have to use caps. What do we do? Oh, it does. Alright, let me go grab the alphas. Oops. Okay. Actually, the purple legends kind of bring out the purple in the Ano. I think it works quite nicely. Like spoilers? Spoilers for what? Oh, yeah, I do that. Oh, I don't know where I put the rest of my DCS. Whatever. I'm just gonna use another tilde, whatever. You guys will have to live with it. Okay, let's do a sound test now. Well, except this isn't gonna work. Ruin the build? No. Okay. So this is same build. Intro Key Geeks on PP. Top mounted with DCS Nerve this time. Intro Key Geeks are slightly long pull. They're 3.8mm treble. There you go. What do you guys prefer, the DCS or the GMK? DCS. So here's a closer up. The DCS. I'd say it looks pretty good on here. I might like how panels looked a little better. GMK and H, sure. Also, here's DCS spacebar. No interference here. If I get any of the dome kits, yeah, the Dynacap kit is compatible. Well, all the Gehirn kits are compatible with MX. Like this is MX stems. Are there any real pictures of the green? Yes, I'll pull them up here in a second. Let me just do the GH test here with the GMK. What color is GMK? Or what color is the G for? Oh, whatever, I'll just use. So there you go. But yeah, I'll pull up the green in 1 second. Love how electric it is. Me too. It's like insanely saturated. Never had a rubber dome switch. I'm afraid I won't like it. Yeah, it's one of those things you have to try to see if you like it or not, to be honest. Right, let me pull up the green. This is Keycap Tech has the green. Here's some pictures. Oops. How did I do that? There we go. Oh, you can't see that. Here. Now can you see? Yeah, there it is. That's the green, and then I don't know if they took it out of the package yet. Actually, yeah, they did. But I don't have the pictures on my computer. There you can see it's like a military-ish green. No, it's not the same as the Manta. I don't think. Maybe it is. I can't remember. How would a full one-off stainless steel cost be missing? It totally depends on the manufacturer. Which you usually get what you pay for. So if you go with a cheap manufacturer, it's probably going to be cheap and not very good quality. And then if you go with a expensive manufacturer, it'll probably be good quality but cost you a lot. But like, I don't know. It'd probably range from like 200 to 800, totally depending. Any ideas where I can get GMK Never? I don't know. We'll have a GMK Nerve Wrecker. I know that's not what you wanted, but I'll have DCS Nerve also extras, but GMK, your only option's mech market. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it just depends on your manufacturer typically. Because I know there's cheap ones out there, but I think, my experience, manufacturers, usually you get what you pay for one-offs, especially. I think he said he's gonna do an R2 next year. JLC's finishing quality is horrible, and sometimes they drill random holes. But like for a fast prototype that you're just testing fitment, it's great because you can send them a file and they'll have it done in 2 weeks. Thinking of selling my CS2 cases and buying a new keyboard. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really easier than JLC. It's just what it is. They're not. You wouldn't, if you sell something. I would never sell anything I got from JLC because you never know what it's gonna be like. But that's why like one-offs are a different story. Especially I've had a lot of trouble, or like pricing for one-offs is not indicative of a group buy, because like STR's one-off price, they're super expensive. For the production quality ones, I should say. Then they do rapids that are way cheaper, but they're really bad quality. Well, they do prototypes, not one-offs. But the pricing is the same. But like they only will do a prototype for a group buy. So you can't just go, I couldn't just go order a one-off I wasn't gonna make. because they're not profitable to do. Like, you pretty much subsidize doing one-offs with higher MLQ runs, or you get terrible quality. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this build, sorry, the build commands for that one. This one is Key Geek intros on PP with DCS right now. But there was GMK earlier. Yeah, that, I mean, that's lying to the supplier, so I think it's a justified ban, but I think I'm gonna put GMK back on here for pictures. And so I can put, actually, since I'm still streaming, I'll put the correct mods on my bias here. Might as well. Do I like DCS or GMK more in person? I think I like GMK slightly better with this build. Do you have any WOB keycaps to try out on the blue? Oh yeah, I have, well, here's kind of WOB. Like, you just want to see it next to it. There's a black space. It's not exactly WOB, but it's close. And this isn't where they go, but looks pretty good. I think WOB matches anything. Peppy bait on, yeah, peppy bait on teal would look awesome. Do I know if the green is this? I don't remember. I think it might be. I can't remember though. Or it might just be close. I'd have to see them next to each other, I think. But I don't want to promise either way. And then I can make my bias D its final form. Although I don't know, where would you guys put DCS Nerve? Because I have the larva that matches it, the synovia that matches it, the bias D that matches it, and the deacon that matches it. And I have 4 nerve sets basically, with Nerve, Nerve Wrecker, Nerve Acero, or well, Nerve Neon, and then DCS Nerve. I kind of put Nerve Wrecker on Deacon though. So then I stuck DCS Nerve on the bias. This is Key Geek intros on PP. I'm Weesh. What are some sets you think would match with the gambling ages? Yeah. Nerve. Nerve, Oblivion. Maybe like Shashin. For like good gray matches, you know? And then like stuff that's a little more, not crazy, but like a little more out there that I think complements gray is like any burgundy set, like Chladni or Rascals would look really good. It's very versatile. I think cooler colors work. Well, no, I don't even think cooler colors. I think actually warmer colors work better on it. 'Cause I'm picturing like striker on it. I don't think would look very good. But I think like red sets would look good, dark red. Yeah, this blue looks great with panels. Problem is my panels is like perfect on my Arc60, so I don't know that I can justify taking it off. Also, did I put this on the right? Are these supposed to be on this side or the other side? I can't remember. This was definitely supposed to be over there, wasn't it? Whatever. Well, yeah, whatever. High vis would look cool. Oh yeah, mutagen will also look good on aged. Erica, yeah, good choice. All right, keycaps on bias. Meteorite with Nerve would definitely match. For sure. Karen color choices are so hard, man. Meteor is the most boring, but even it is really, really nice. Yeah, I agree. Would it be possible for mango? Oh yeah, we talked about it. I don't know if there'll be time with how many units I have to send it to, but I did say I'd try. There's a chance. Did I hear that right? You work on DCS? Yeah, we're gonna try and make them after DCS orange on beige. I think so. Thank you. I don't know. I only manage the US content pretty much. So I'm not sure. I think so. I think so. Pretty sure. Vertex, I think, for China. Manu is working with them to get their page up, I believe. Can I show their logo? Oh yeah. This one? It's not super noticeable like from this angle, like on the desk. But if you go like this, you see it. Yeah, it's not too crazy. The front logo. Panels is nice. No idea. Nico, I don't do anything with the Chinese vendors, so not sure. All right, there's that now. Looks good. Sure. Ooh, this is close to the Koi Haku. That's what I was thinking. This one's a little more purple, I think. But yeah, in terms of vibrancy, I agree. It's pretty vibrant like that. Alright, so I guess to conclude, so we built today the Gehirn60 Anamoly, which I'll take pictures of this weekend and do some sound tests. But here it is, Anomaly colorway in HHKB 7U with the MX kit, and then I'll just go over the group by page quick. So here it is, the landing page, which you can join the group by. It's live now. It's got a 9-degree typing angle, 17mm front height, 22.8mm EKH, 1.2 kgs unbuilt. PCB is black FR4 1.6mm for the MX, and then here's the compatibility. I'm glad you liked them. Mounting design, it's a top mount with little relief cuts around each point. And there's lots of plates, so if you get a 6U kit, you should get a 6U plate. And then there's also 7U plate, Raka plate, Wooding or Venom plate, Wooting plate, and then the Dynacaps in 6U and 7U. And then sales info, the vendors are Bull Keyboards, Delta Kiko, Vertex, Keeping Cables, Prototypist, Pantheon Keys, Keybaytech, Gion, Yushikobo, and Egotan. And then it's live until 15th of February. Price is $225 to $420 depending on the kit. So bare bones is the cheapest, doesn't come with a PCB. And then MX kit comes with an MX PCB. Then EC comes with the Dynapack, which is everything you need except keycaps. And then Raka is the same deal, but for HE, and it's the Raka PCB, Raka switches, and then all you have to add is keycaps. And here's all the contents. Colorways, Mechameleon, Meteorite, Containment, Anomaly, which I built today, Cryogenesis, which is this one, or the one I built the other day, Pastille, and Gambling Ages, which Gambling Ages has a disclaimer that you should know when you're buying it that it's a random finish, so these are just examples of what you could get, but it could be different. Yes, there's a Wooting extender. So the USB extender basically runs from you plug it into the left USB port, and then it has a ribbon cable that goes to a custom daughter board that just replaces the normal C5 daughter board. So you can use the GH60 or something like a Wooting in there. So yeah, that's really all I have for the stream. You guys have any questions about the board or anything else? Otherwise, we can see if there's any keyboarders live. Doesn't look like it. Read some ducks. Do you see containment? Yeah, here it is. I don't have it in person, but this is pictures from Keybaytech, which I think they'll do some videos and stuff of it to show off. Plastic, okay, perfect. No, I don't have it, sorry. I have Pastille instead. Did you compare SWG Tulip to GMK L9? Yes. Where's those pictures? Let me see, 1 second. I'm not gonna be able to pull them up right now, sorry. But they're pretty much the same color. Can you show Pastille? Where is it? Yeah. Well, this Pastille, by the way, is not 100% final. It might be a little more teal. It's gonna be color matched to GMK Divina Papaya. But there it is. Well, no, Peppa Bait's not the same colors as Divina Papaya. I mean, it could match, but it's not color matched to it, like Divina Papaya is. I gotta fix this cable so I don't have to do this. Alright, let's go raid Plastic Bits. Thank you all for hanging out today. If you have any questions about Gehirn, feel free to ping or DM me. Thanks for stream. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday evening. And I have a lot of pictures to take, so wish me luck, I guess.